So back with another commentary. Video footage wise, we've got back and biceps coming up. Start off a workout with some bent over rows. Now with these bent over rows here, I actually hooked the elastic cables on the bottom of a rack, hooked it around the bar. Therefore, the higher I pulled up towards my stomach, the heavier the weight then become. It's kind of like just 60 kilos isn't heavy bent over row, but then obviously with the bands on as well, it makes it heavy as you pull towards the top, so it might go to 70, maybe 80 kilos, but you can really feel the squeeze if you have that constant tension throughout the exercise. Did 4 sets of that, then moved on to some rack pulls. I wasn't intending to do these, but because I was already in the rack and the bar was already set up, I skimmed off all the weights and thought, I'll have a go at some rack pulls. Now, I've been having an issue with my lower back recently, been seeing a physio about it, so it hasn't been, touch wood, it hasn't been too bad these past 2 weeks, and it felt absolutely fine 2-3 days after this workout. I started off on 3 plates. This is my first time doing rack pulls since the beginning of the year, and then slowly worked my way up onto 4 plates. Got it for 3 reps, I think. Now, I think there's definitely room for improvement with form and maybe getting my hips a little bit lower potentially, just to drive through with those glutes, but I'll work on it. I'm going on Tuesday as well. Moved on to some seated row. I think this is the seated high row and the low row machine's just behind me. Doing both hands at the same time. Now, you can do a singular arm at once, but I believe that it's a lot tighter squeeze. You're not lugging the weight, keeping that form strict, and you're not lifting your ego. Then moved on to the lat pull down resistance machine, not the actual lat pull down itself that were being used. It's the first time I'm using this at my new gym, and it did actually feel really nice. Now if you see, you can move your hands a little bit further around, and what tends to happen is as well, as you pull down, the machine starts to curve around to the side, so you really feel that last little bit at the bottom of the movement. Your shoulder blades almost starting to come together, all those lats just squeezing and firing. Supersetted this with some straight arm pull downs of a machine. The only problem I find with straight arm pull downs is that as you get towards the bottom, the weight which is flying up the machine is literally about 1 centimetre, 2 centimetres away, so it sometimes taps and throws you off a little bit, but you just got to take it nice and slow. And again, keeping those arms locked out, just feeling the contraction. Coming towards the end of the workout, did some EZ bar curls. Now, I noticed here actually, I wouldn't say, I'd say swaying. It didn't feel as if I was moving this much, but looking back at it now, it looks like I'm moving quite a lot, so I'll have to touch up on that form a little bit and try and keep it a little bit stricter next time. Supersetted these with just some plate shrugs, just to get that little bit of extra working on that back. And yes, shrugs are for your traps, but if you can see every time I pull up there, you can see that my back is firing. Not necessarily my back, but my lats which are sitting on my back are firing up. And when you're on stage, that is going to be showing, so the more top up work you can do for it, the better, in my opinion, just to bring that overall package. Just another angle again of the curls from the side. And again, you can see I'm swaying a little bit. I don't know if it's because I'm sitting back into it as it's curling. I'm necessarily not leaning back, I'd say, maybe towards the end, a few curls, but I'm trying to keep that form as strict as I can. Oh, you'll also see here as well that I'm wearing straps while I'm doing this. This is just to put a little bit of more emphasis on that forearm, instead of just a bicep again, just to help bring that overall package in there. Finished off the workout with 4 sets of intervals on the treadmill. My last one here was actually maxing it out, so I didn't go for as long as the other one, so on speed 25, and then supersetted that with some push-ups. And the day before this was chest day, so the push-ups were absolutely killing, so I was only doing about 10 to 20 at a time. I think I did about 10 or 8 on this one actually here. Let's just count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I ended up doing 12 there. Right, catch you in the next one, guys. So just really quickly, guys, post-workout I'll be having 5 gram of creatine and 2 scoops of my impact whey from my protein. It's almost gone. It's only a 1 kilo bag, so they do tend to go quite quick. You are better off buying the 2.5 kilos at a time, and if you do 2 scoops it ends up lasting 2 months roughly-ish, depending on how often you're taking those 2 scoops. But I highly recommend them both. Staple part of my cut at the moment, just keeping up on top of those macros like this, for example, impact whey, read macros on the back. Show you guys as well. See if I can do this, try and read it out. So macros wise, if it focuses, per serving 1.7 gram of fat, 1.2 gram of carb and 19 grams of protein. So minimalistic macros there, but high-ish in protein, so that way I'm not going too high on my carbs as well. It's not essentially, it's a snack, but it's not filling me up as a meal. So I'm not wasting any carbohydrates. Like I say, when you're in a cut, you need to preserve as many as you can. Macros at the moment, I'm still generally quite high. I'm on 260 carb, 220 protein, and 70 grams of fat. So it's roughly about 2,600, 2,500 and a half-ish calories. 9 weeks out, so I'll be slowly bringing it down now till we get close to that stage day.